what do you love about ICU? What is it about ICU that like makes
Yes.
you want to come back every day?
Oh yeah, so I think again it's about the every day in ICU is so different. You cannot plan your day, and there's no such a script for ICU.
Which, by the way, makes it all the more makes us all the more grateful that you can fit us in.
That's right.
For a chat, because it's so hard to book anything in a hospital.
Absolutely, and I guess and that's the beauty of the ICU. And then you walk in the morning, and it can start from a very sick patient to start with, or it might start with a very quiet day, and suddenly after lunch, shit hits the fan. Sorry for my French.
That's all good.
But it's that kind of uncertainty, and when you have that kind of controlled, chaotic environment where you love that adrenaline rush, you love that kind of last moment decision making skills. It's almost the decision making skill that has to happen within next fraction of seconds. And I think it's almost, I use the analogy of ICU as a playing chess, which is my another favorite sport. And over the period of time, it's like a grandmaster who goes through 10,000 moves in fraction of seconds and makes the choice of a best possible move in that moment in time. And intensive care unit is like that. You learn so much things about from the pattern recognition. Sometimes you know the opening is going to be French defense or Sicilian, but you don't know the middle game. And you certainly don't know the end game, how the end game is going to plan, because it depends on how your opponent is going to play with you. And that's exactly the ICU is. Because we get septic shock patient, we know what to do, but every patient is different and they won't behave the same way to your treatment. So then you have to change your trajectory of your treatment. So that's the beauty of ICU. So I guess that last kind of thinking on your feet, changing your decision making. And again, you are not just own in this game. You got so many other people looking at you, and you are working in a multidisciplinary team environment, which makes this job so rewarding. So
you make so many beautiful analogies, like processes of cricket applying to medicine, and the process of being an ICU doctor being like chess and patterns. What would be your like ELO? What if you don't mind sharing? You know, what's your ELO score in chess, and what would be your equivalent ELO score as a doctor?
Oh, okay. So that's very easy one, I guess. So ELO score in my chess will be starting around 1250 or something.
Nice.
But
nice. So ELO, in case you guys don't know, ELO is just how you rank chess skill, basically. And if you win someone higher, you get a higher score. If you lose, you lose your score. What's a grandmaster? Maybe like 2250
or 2500.
And you were what were you?
1200.
1200. Yeah.
So
so good. No, it's very good. I think if you start, you're probably around 600.
Yeah.
You know, and then it gets harder and harder to improve, like an asymptote. So, my only claim to fame with chess is that I beat my friend who was ranked. I think he's ranked 1600, but he was very drunk, and I beat him in a game. And I never played him again, and he was very grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the trick is to get the chess player. Yeah. So that's your chess ranking. What would be your
I think as a doctor, I probably will probably obviously hope that or expect that I will be around 2500. But yeah, look, I think there's always a scope for improvement. And one thing in I guess in medical world is you can't really rank people because there's so much of like most of us are kind of at a very similar standards, and I think we are not competing against each other. I guess
that's true. It's not a competition.
Yes.
It's a teamwork sport. It's very different to chess in that aspect.